These students here at Irmo High School propose that school begins way too early. We all remember waking up early and having to be awake, alert, and ready for school. But these seniors here claim it is just way too early and it needs to be changed.
School starts too early.
Yeah, school starts too early. School starts too early.
We sit down at Irmo High School's Memorial Garden and talk with seniors Jasmine and Sable to see what they think.
I think school starts too early.
I think so too, because if you don't get good sleep, you're not going to be as focused. 6th grade, because
Yeah.
Crossroads was early.
I was gonna say the same. Like whenever middle school starts and you're starting like your schedule and your different blocks, and you're actually starting to get like
more
hard,
intense.
like hard, intense classes and homework. You kind of realize that you're not able to study at the same pace that you have before in your previous classes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the early start affects my mood because if I'm too tired, then I seem to be like more aggravated, more like quick-tempered.
Yeah. I think having a late start affects me positively, makes me more focused throughout the day.
Whenever they think of high schoolers, they try to say we need to go ahead and push like all these limitations on them because they have more freedom. But I feel like whenever you do that, you're just creating more tension and kind of giving us an excuse to do bad things like skip school and things like that.
It is clear that the student body believes that instruction begins too early. But what about the teachers here?
Yes, but it's better than it used to be.
I don't know, I feel like 8:20 is a decent time. I don't know, I feel like 8:20 is a decent time, but I think it's important that students learn to, it's a responsibility type thing to get up early, but I do think that it definitely takes an adjustment period, but it's not the worst time in the world.
Physiological studies show that teenagers, their circadian rhythms, their wake and sleep cycles naturally go to sleep later and wake up later. So it's much harder on them to learn earlier. And where elementary school students automatically wake up earlier, so they learn better earlier. High school students learn better later on in the day.
My first period, I'm normally more focused.
Yeah.
Because I'm not necessarily like a morning person, but after I get like a good hour or so, then I start to become more like present where I am.
Yeah.
Last block, I'm kind of just ready to go home. At
Yeah.
that point, I'm kind of
Definitely.
over the whole school day.
A little more motivated at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
But even like 2A is so much more quiet compared to like 7 and 8B. It's just like a completely different demeanor, and it has really nothing to do with the students' personalities. They're just more subdued in the mornings. So it's sometimes more conducive to the class environment.
My first block classes are almost always very quiet, and a lot of them are half asleep. And my last block class, depending on which class, they're definitely much more awake, and depending on the class, usually those are the worst behaved classes.
I think high school should have half
Yeah,
days.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
It would maybe increase attendance because that would give students like something to look forward to.
Half days, not if it's going to make the school year longer.
Yeah, I think that would actually be something positive. Maybe on like every Friday, it's a half day. Just, I feel like it's really intense to go to school and concentrate for that many hours, Monday through Friday.
Day school.
Yeah, I think
Double
I'd
with-
rather have day school.
Yeah. I can't imagine being at school at like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
With day school, I feel like it needs to be like the number one thing that you're doing. So if you don't have a job and you're just a full-time student, I feel like going to school during the day is probably the best way to go about that.
That's a hard question. I've never done night school, but I like day school better, at least from what I know.
I would start around like 11. I know, like 11 or like 10-ish. Kind of give us.
I would say like 10.
Yeah, give us that like early morning.
I think 4 is still kind of good.
Yeah.
3 to 4. So you still have like
Most of
time
your
to,
day
if you
ahead of
want to
you.
go to work.